Good day and welcome back to the channel, everybody. This is Armands High Life. We do videos of firewood, tree jobs, and a bit of outdoor exploring. In today's video, though, we have a long-awaited repair job that's been needed to get done here in the wood yard on our Range Road firewood processor. That's going to be on today's video. Going to give you a little update, though, from these past 3 weeks. We've been taking off of YouTube here. Got a lot of work done here. I just want to get pretty much the yard wrapped up here before this nasty white stuff came in. And we've been working pretty hard, and then in the evening times just been spending the time with the family there, getting some good quality time in with Joseph. And yeah, but let's get on quick little yard tour, and then we're gonna get on to a repair job in our shack there. All right, so got you guys turned around here. We got our wood pretty much all covered up. I didn't really get this side unfortunately covered up, but we got our tarp up there, as you guys can see. Here it is. So we got our tarp underneath there. We've just finished this one pretty much at an hour just before the snow came rolling in. So we're got that all finished up. We got some nasty snow drifts in our yard too. Coming around to this side, we got those guys all covered up. And then working our way over to this over here. Unfortunately, we ran out of tarps. We're gonna have to go try to find some more used insulated tarps for our next pile over here that we're just starting. We're gonna get this guy, like I said, built up, hopefully roughly out to here by the end of this winter time. We did sell out pretty much all of our wood from winter time, or from this past summer, and all of our blocks. We unfortunately had to hand split that. Long story short, I guess, we were trying to rent a little gas powered splitter off of our local marketplace site, and the few people that were up there renting them out decided to all fall through, so that was a bit of an unfortunate thing. But we put our axe to use like we've been using all year, and we got this all pretty much split up, except I think there was probably about 5 or 6 really naughty pieces that we saved for when our processor was going. But let's get inside there and show you guys our repair job to our processor. See you guys in a bit. But for some of the tools and things that we got to need for this job is we picked up 20 liters of AW32 hydraulic oil. It's kind of our cheaper brand stuff. Yeah, it's pretty decent for our winter temperatures. Not going to be for our no minus 30 or whatnot, as long as, unless we can get this in here heated up. Sorry about the wind, guys. It is really windy out here today. But we got ourselves a big bucket of that. We got ourselves our new pump. We got our old fittings put all back on here from our old pump just down there. We got our 4 bolts to hook our pump onto our engine area. A few of the tools that we're going to be using today is our hammer. We got a couple wrenches there. We got a T40 with an extension, a 10 millimeter hex or Allen key, if you want to call it. We got our little set of Allen keys. That would be for our putting on our Lovejoy handle there, and just our ratchet there. I'm making our way down here. I'll show you guys what exactly we got all done so far. So we got our pump all taken off here. As you guys can see, there's our other Lovejoy coupler in there. So once we were just leaving that stuff all hooked up, we got our old pump. Pretty much all these fittings we're able to come out and be able to put into our new one there. One thing I did notice though with that pump, I'll show you guys just in a second here. So we got all of our stuff all unhooked. It was just our 3 hydraulic hoses. One thing that kind of worries me a little bit is when I did take these off, there was no hydraulic fluid that came out at all. It was pretty much bone dry. And as you guys can see in there, usually something would be dripping out or whatnot. So I'm not sure what exactly happened. We're gonna see a little bit more as we bust into this thing. But one thing I did notice here is our pump is quite a bit shorter. Looks like we're almost missing one of these plates on it. But that's what we got. We're gonna hook it up. Hopefully it goes on there nicely. It is unfortunately the weekend, and customer service on their end is closed till Monday. I think she's gonna go on though, because she lines up all perfectly. It just looks like a bigger motor. So we'll see what happens there. I think she'll hook up just fine though. But we also got ourselves a filter. I don't got it with me right now. It's just at the house. We're gonna be replacing that though today. But our first thing that we're gonna be doing is getting our stuff drained and see exactly what is going on with the no fluid coming out of our hoses. So on these units, we just, at the very bottom here, we got this big rail, and that's where all the hydraulic fluid goes. I did fill it up here when we had our first issue. I thought that was the issue, and I brought this little bubble up here filled up, so I'm not sure exactly where our oil went to, but we're gonna find out here. But like I said, we got our little drain plug just on the bottom here. This will be our 10mm, which will fit right in there. But we're gonna get this drained and see how much fluid that we can get out of here. And well, that's not a good sign. Let's get this kind of cleaned off here. A lot of metal shavings on there. We got zero fluid in our system. All right, so I got a little funnel here. I just put in I just filled it up here. We're gonna dump this into our little thing and see what we get draining out here. So looking at the fluid that came out there, I know it's pretty much right at the bottom of the spout here, and it's just gonna come. I thought it would have picked up a little bit more gunk and stuff, but maybe our little magnet worked pretty good and actually collected most of it. I imagine there is still probably some gunk or whatnot on the other side of this big cylinder here that holds the fluid, but we're not gonna waste a full bottle and try to drain that all out. I think with just that little bit, I was expecting some gunk to come out there, but it seems pretty good, clean fluid. That came out of there, so we're just gonna probably plug it back up, fill it up, throw on our new pump with the filter, and call it good. I was gonna probably throw a couple liters through there, but since we're not really getting anything out, it was just pretty clean fluid that came right out of it. I'm gonna probably just leave it. Hopefully our little magnet did its job and collected most of all those metal shavings there. Let's get this all thrown back together here, and hopefully this thing works. All right, so we're now at the engine area here where we're going to be installing our hydraulic pump. We've got our hydraulic pump here. We're going to be installing our Lovejoy coupler on our one end, feeding it through there, well, getting it tight and then feeding it through, and then we'll get this mounted on there and then get all of our hydraulic hoses hooked. Then we'll get our Allen key set here, and we'll just tighten down our one nut here. Our ring is still pretty good. We're gonna just get this installed onto this guy. Get these kind of lined up as best as possible. There we are. And we just got our four screws that go in here that hold her mounted on. Get them all started here quickly. And that's when your T40 is going to come in handy with your extension. Alright, so we got our new pump all installed there. We're just gonna get our hydraulic hoses all hooked up here next. Should be pretty easy. Just the one on this side. And we just got the two on this side. This one here, and then this one goes right there. Oh. Drop the phone while at it, but we'll get this one. You usually get this back one installed on here first. You can get it tightened up here while you've got a little more room. Sometimes you can squeeze in through this back way here to get it tightened up. But we'll get that one tightened on there first, and then install this guy. Hopefully we got enough room, just because it is a bit shorter, and oh yeah, we'll fit on there. We're gonna get these guys all tightened up here, get our last fitting on, and pretty much we're ready to go on our pump side. And we're all hooked up here with our new pump. Hopefully once we get some fluid in here, our new filter put on, we'll be running smoothly again. She definitely comes out to quite a bit more. The other one was sitting right about there, so got a good almost 1.5 to 2 inches on this motor. That'd be cool if she can produce a little more power. Alright, so making our way around the unit here. We got our oil filter just on the other side right here. It's a Donaldson filter. We were able to find one at our local Princess Auto, or I think it's Harbor Freight down in the States. I think a few people were saying. Or I was able to find these guys actually on Amazon too. So you got a couple options if you guys need to buy one of these things. That's just the one that we've been using here. Imagine there's probably a couple other brand names out there that work, but I just haven't got into researching that much onto it. But we're gonna get that changed out there, go get some oil in there, and hopefully she fires up then. All right, so we got a new filter on there. Old filter's just down there. Actually, the fluid came out. That came out of the filter was actually pretty clean. I thought it was going to be dirtier, but it's actually still not too bad there. I don't know if you guys can see that. The lighting's not the best, but she's still pretty clear fluid. Thought it was going to be a little more grummy up, but we're going to fill her up now just from our cap. We got ourselves this massive funnel here to make things just like a little life a little more easier here, pouring things in. We're gonna get this all set up, get some oil in here, and fire it up, and hopefully we got power to everything again. All right, so after about 30 minutes of trying to get this thing filled up, it was a really slow trickle inside of here. We finally got it filled up now. Got her up to our line. We're going to put our cap on there, run it a bit. I'm not sure if we're going to be losing a little bit of fuel, but I think a little bit of fuel is we're going to lose a little bit of fuel in our reservoir to get into our system. I might add a little more. We're just going to watch our fill line though, just to make sure. But let's keep our fingers crossed. And I know she's going to fire it up. Hopefully this pump is working good, and maybe it's just the fluid, who knows. Let's just hopefully all of our equipment is working here, chainsaw and whatnot. We're gonna get this little cap on here though, and fire it up. So it's awesome that the range road fired up there and everything's working now. Looks like the range road's going to probably make it through another couple seasons here. Firewood, we're going to put it hard to work here. Probably in another couple minutes here. That'll be on another video though. Let you guys stay tuned there for a little bit of splitting action. But I'm very impressed